Yo, what's up guys, the best Clash here. Today we're at 7,200 trophies. Really nice number there. Really clean. Currently 718th in the world right now. With 7 days left in the season. Today I wanted to show you guys some matches I went through that you can learn from. For example, minor wall breakers. Tornado Magic Archer. This deck is kind of a pain because they get so much Magic Archer value plus Tornado. When you try to defend our minor, they just tornado everything into one lane. So here, we Princess in the back, go for a Goblin Gang to catch his minor there. You guys may know that I'm not recording live because it's during the end of the season and I'm trying to focus here. And it's really hard to do live matches and commentate at the same time, because I'm not really used to talking and playing cards at the same time. So here, I decided to go Princess off lane here because he had to use something else. I thought he was going to go for his Spirit Goblins, but he went for a Magic Archer instead. And since he played it a little high, I can play my Inferno Tower to kill it. Here he goes with Spirit Goblins to finish off my Inferno Tower. I'm okay with that. And here I'm expecting him to go in. So I'm just waiting for him to play his Wall Breaker so I can get a Log plus an Ice Spirit to kill those Wall Breakers. And I'm going to ignore that minor there, so I don't want to commit too much Elixir. And since I'm already down, she's going to Knight in the back. I'm just going to Princess off the lane here to create more pressure. And this is like the only way you can get damage against this deck, guys. It's really hard to rocket in single Elixir because you get punished easily. And you have 2 counters for your Goblin Barrel. See Tornado there and Log. Going for a High Knight. Try to make it hard for him to Magic Archer, but he gets a Magic Archer lock anyways. He gets 3 hits on my tower, which is a lot of damage. Really unfortunate. Over Sprout, I go for my Gob Gang to finish it off, get some chip damage. For an Ice Spirit, for a low Princess in case he wants to go in. For a Goblin Barrel pressure. Go for Knight, and I go for a Log. Luckily, the Princess splashed onto the Wall Breakers there. I went for a sneaky high Princess there because I need to get damage. And he had a really bad hand there, guys. Like, he had to soak a whole Goblin Barrel. So I go for a Knight for his Magic Archer, and I Log his Wall Breakers away. Here we go for a Princess down low to finish off the Magic Archer right there. He goes for a Magic Archer of his own right here. Finish off my Princess. I'm just going to go for a high Inferno Tower. Go for a Goblin Gang. I tried to stop that Knight, but I got a hit. But I caught the minor at the same time, which is really good. Here I decided to go for a Rocket here because I knew he just uses Wall Breaker, so he can't really punish me. I go for a Knight high again. He preemptively plays his Magic Archer and Tornadoes and gets like 2 hits again. I go for a high Princess because I knew he had to go in. That was actually a perfect timing because he had nothing for my Princess there, and it brought his heart onto rocket range. So this is like the really only way you can beat this matchup is to pressure opposite lane with Princess, because you can't really break through your Goblin Barrel or Rocket Cycle in single. It's really hard. And since they don't have a big spell, it's easier for you to make a comeback in the double Elixir game. So here I'm going to show you guys against basically a mirror matchup. You're not going to use your building really against mirror bait because it's you're not really getting any value for playing your building, and you're just losing Elixir. Here I'm for a Knight to counter his Goblin Barrel. Goes for a Goblin Gang here. I go for a Goblin Barrel to pressure. Goes for a Log. Go for a Princess ops lane because I don't want to take those Spirit Goblin chip damage. Here I decide to Log his Princess here because I knew I could save my Goblin Gang for his Goblin Barrel. And since I protect my princess there, he has to force out a knight. And look, guys, he had to take that Goblin Gang damage on the left-hand side. And princess there, so I had to cycle back to my log really fast here. Also creating pressure at the same time. So he had a really bad hand, so he had to force the log out. And that's really good for us because we're in a damage lead and he doesn't have a good counter in hand. Here I decided to go for a knight in the middle to counter his goblins and to try to predict this princess if he was back to it. And here, as long as we don't make any mistakes, keep up this cycle, we should get the win here. So we go for an ice spear here. I go for a low princess, try to predict his princess. Yeah, I'm just going to log his princess back. So he's forced to play something else for my princess, and he thinks it's okay to go for a Goblin Barrel, but I have my Goblin Gang in hand, and Goblin Gang can fully counter a Goblin Barrel. So for knight there, a Goblin Gang here. I was a little late there. I had to use an Ice Spirit and take one hit, but that's okay. Goes for a knight of his own. I'm going to go for a princess up high, try to protect my towers from a high princess. He plays a really bad Gob Gang. That's a really bad Gob Gang. It's a waste of 3 elixir. And since he did it, I can rock it here. Log his goblins away. Goes for a high princess. So I go for a Gob Gang. He goes for like a late log. Luckily for us, our goblins kill the princess in time. Had the pressure here. And since he used his log on offense earlier, he had nothing for my Goblin Barrel again. I go for a high knight just in case he wants to go for a princess. Go for a princess of my own. I cycle a Goblin Gang here, and I'm ready for my log. I go for a Goblin Barrel to pressure at the same time here. And he didn't have his log and cycle at that time, and that's a GG. So against Mirror Bait, it's basically all about having princess control at the bridge. No, on the field there. Try to save your Goblin Gang for their Goblin Barrel and log their princess because they still have to respond to something, and they think it's a good idea to go Goblin Barrel, but you're actually controlling the game by forcing them to do stuff, and you're still countering them. Okay, here against another hard matchup, in my opinion, is Golem Lightning Bomber Splash Bomber Beatdown deck. Here I'm going to go for an Ice Spirit plus Goblin Barrel. Really great combo move. He goes for a... I think it was a really bad Lumberjack. He played it like one tile high because the goblins locked onto the tower instead. Here I didn't want to take any hits from that Lumberjack, so I logged it back. He decides to go Golem in the back there, so I pressure with the Knight and an Ice Spirit, I think, here. Yep. And he decides to let that go. And when he plays his Night Witch, that signals me to play my Inferno Tower up high because he does not have enough elixir for lightning. And we can easily defend this push here. As long as you play your princess low away from them tornadoing. See, look, he selected his tornado, but he was thinking about it, but he couldn't really tornado my princess because it was behind my crown tower. So here he's up by 5 elixir. He just cycled a Baby Dragon, so basically we're in a really good spot here. We basically have his right-hand tower taken down and full health on both towers. And here, when it's heading to double elixir, you know that you can't really defend their massive push. So I'm going to go for a princess here to kill his Mega Minion. And at this point, I really want to focus on his left-hand tower now, just in case he takes one of my towers. Because it's going to be really hard to take. In a 2-tower situation, it's really hard to win against Golem unless you have a really significant damage lead. So he went for an Ice Spear, try to deny some damage there. I pressured with a Goblin Gang there, try to take out his tower as fast as possible. Go for aggressive princess here, go for a Goblin Barrel, go for a Knight. And here I'm actually going to go for an Inferno Tower here, just to force out a lightning so he can't really build a big push and try to 3-crown me. But for a Goblin Gang, Ice Spirit, try to DPS down that Golem. Here I knew at this point he was going to take my tower for sure. There's no way I could defend. So I played Princess low, tried not to get 3-crown. At the same time, pressuring with the Goblin Barrel. Plus the Knight last second to tank for the Goblins. And just like that, guys. This is the spot you want to be heading until sudden death. Because they can't really take down your tower because you're a full tower ahead of them. And it's too late and they run out of time. It's a really great match against Golem Beatdown here. Got nice 34 trophies. You always want to punish your opponent for goleming opposite lane and trying to create pressure when they try to build a big push, because there's like no way you're going to defend in double elixir. See, guys. I'm going to show you guys a match against... I played a lot of Goblin Giant Sparky for some reason today. Not sure why, but it's really good for us because we have matchup here. I want to show you this match Goblin Giant deck because he has lightning and 2 small spells. I think this version here is harder to beat because you have more responses for your Goblin Barrel and definitely have lightning for your Inferno Tower if you're not ready. So Princess aggressive here to try to kill his Mega Minion. Here I'm going to cycle a log. I think he's going to play a really bad Sparky. But he tried to kill my Princess here. What I did was reset it. Go for a Goblin Gang. So I went for a Knight just in case he wanted to zap or something. And since he uses Bar Barrel here to kill my Princess, I went for a Goblin Barrel. And he had a really nice Hunter here denying all the damage from the Goblins. The Knight only got 1 hit. So that goes to show how broken Hunter is. I think it needs a nerf because it's basically in every deck from RG to Roadhogs to Minor Control. Here I didn't want to play anything to that Hunter because I don't think it was worth it there. I'd rather take the hit. For Knight High, try to create some pressure because his Dark Prince was out of cycle here. For Goblin Barrel there, and for Goblin Gang, try to DPS on that Goblin Giant. Go for a log, try to deny that hit. And we're down by 2 elixir, but that's alright because we have a really good damage lead right now. And he still has to respond to his Princess here. He goes for a Sparky. I went for an Ice Spirit here, try to reset a little bit. Went for Goblin Barrel to pressure. Goes for a Snowball, Goblin gets 1 hit still. Went for a Knight low, and then a Goblin Gang here. Had a really nice Bar Barrel there, so I had to log everything back. Ice Spirit, sacrifice a Princess, and go for a Knight here. That was really close. So here he's gonna Sparky once again, so I'm just gonna rocket it this time. Now I'm gonna go for a Goblin Barrel to pressure, I think. Make him play something or he's gonna take damage here. And at this point he didn't play his lightning yet, but he's gonna play his lightning. So I'm ready here. I'm just gonna log that Dark Prince shield off. It's really important to deny the charge. So I went for an Ice Spirit and a rocket here because I knew he could have like a reset plus Bar Barrel and like kill my Inferno Tower fast. And I knew I could cycle back to a rocket. And there, I knew he had Snowball in cycle, and he was going to use it for my Goblin Barrel, so I played a tile low in front. And all the Goblins got the most value out of the value there. I went for an Ice Spirit to cycle back to my rocket in case he wanted to block his Sparky there. Really nice rocket and a log to clean everything up. I didn't want to go for a Princess High because he was going to block. I knew he was going to block with the Mega Minion. He misses 1 Goblin, which is really great. Here I really wanted chip his tower onto rocket range and just play defensive here. So I'm not going to make any risk and directly rocket the Sparky there. For a high knight, go for a Goblin Barrel. Since he went for a Goblin Giant there, here it got really kind of sketchy here because I wasn't sure he had enough Elixir for lightning or not. And it ended up that he didn't have enough Elixir for the lightning. For a Goblin Barrel to pressure, I'm going Princess, and I'm going to Rocket here because he gives me rocket value. I'm going to go for a Knight to finish off that Goblin Giant plus an Ice Spirit. Pressure the Goblin Barrel here. Go for a High Princess to splash onto the Hunter. And bring that tower down Rocket, and that's a GG. So against Goblin Giant Sparky decks, you always want to rocket their push if they give you rocket value with like Goblin Giant, Dark Prince, and Mega Minion. Because you're killing their push and it's really hard for them to break through. Okay, against this final match here, against Elixir Golem, you just want to play defensive and pressure them when they play their Barb Hut. But I had a really awkward cycle. And I did not have the right cards in hand when he Barb Hut, so I wasn't able to punish him in this match, but we were able to pull through at the end, so we're going to go for a Goblin Gang here. I'm going for an Ice Spirit to pressure, maybe force out a Baby Dragon, but he doesn't play it. Hero Princess here gets so much value because he doesn't fireball it for some reason. He lets the princess kill the next wave of barbarians. I go for an anti-NATO Goblin Barrel. Kind of misplaced it, but still did its job. We got one stab in. Here decided to protect my princess to force out a response. He goes for Electro Dragon. I go for a High Princess to snipe it here. The key to winning this matchup is all about the rocket value. You always want to hit their Elixir Golem plus their support units. So for an Ice Spirit here, try to deny as much damage as possible. He's going for a Heal Spirit. He has to fireball that. I'm just going to cycle a Log here. Cycle a Princess, try to get it down before he plays his Barb Hut, so he has to play something else. He played his Healer. So I'm going to go for a Gob Gang here. I think I went for an Ice Spirit plus a Goblin Barrel. This time he gets a King Tower activation. And it's not that bad for us because we kind of got the damage lead that we wanted here. Heading to double Elixir time. He goes Elixir Golem in the back. So I'm going to Knight Ops lane because I know that he's going to try to make double lane pressure here. Here I'm going to Ice Spirit, try to stall everything. Make sure that Baby Dragon's in the rocket range here. And I went for a high Goblin Gang plus Log because I want the Elixir right away so we can cycle back to another rocket here. As you guys can see. Went for an Ice Spirit. Went for a Rocket. Unfortunately, the Tornado brought everything to the Electro Dragon, which made it go out of range of the Rocket. I kind of misclicked with my Goblin Barrel to defend, but it still did its job there. Here I knew I couldn't kill this whole push in time, so I had a Rocket here. And I went for a Knight here. And a nice Log here, cleaning up everything while getting Elixir back. It's going for a Barb Hut again, so I'm going to pressure the Goblin Barrel. Try not to give him any Tornado value here. One Goblin gets a hit. Because we played it off to the side like that. For a Knight in the back, prepare for our next defense. Goes for Electro Dragon. And see here, I'm just going to log those barbs back, get chip damage on his tower. Goes for a Baby Dragon, decide to go for a Princess here. Our Goblin Barrel managed to get 3 stabs in, which is really good. And since he didn't decide to support that Electro Dragon in the left-hand lane, I ignored it. for Inferno Tower here, and I waited for his troops to clump together, so I go for a rocket. Nice rocket. A rocket plus log, guys, can kill a healer, and that's really helpful, so they can't really heal back the push. Go Princess off the lane. Try not to give him any fireball value. Knight, and here he gives me rocket value again. Like, look at this, guys. Go for a log. This time the log was a little bit late. It didn't kill the healer. He went for a Goblin to pressure because he uses NATO. I cycled a log. I went for a princess in the back. Yep. For an Ice Spirit. Went for a Gob Gang low. Try to kill that Elixir Golem. Go for a nice rocket here. Go for a log. Go for a knight. For Ice Spirit, try to kill those blobs as fast as I can. Go for a Gob Gang. Go for a Goblin Brawl at the same time to pressure. Go for a High Inferno Tower, killing that baby dragon. And here, I didn't want him to cycle fireballs on me, so I started rocket cycling here. So I knew we could get back in time to another rocket. And that's a GG. So it's really important against Elixir Golem too. If you're playing against the Barbot version, you always want to pressure ops lane at the Barbot and single Elixir. That's one way you can get their tower early on and get an easy win. Or if you're playing defensive and they want to try to overwhelm you in overtime, double Elixir, you just want to get rocket values, kill their first Elixir Golem, and cycle back to another rocket for their next Elixir Golem. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We went over tough matchups such as Minor Wallbreakers, Magic Archer, NATO. That matchup could be a pain in the butt. News, you're at 7,200 trophies again. Staying solid this season. I tilted a little bit today. Hope I can keep it up. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you're new and like. See you guys later. Bye, guys.